I declare the Spring 2022 Bossier Parish Community College Commencement exercises open. The commencement exercises will begin with a prayer of invocation from Mrs. Adrienne Crawford, Dean of Learning Resources. The Pledge of Allegiance led by Dr. Ray Scott Crawford, Dean of Communication and Performing Arts, and the National Anthem sung by Mr. Cason Smith, Associate of Arts and Performing Arts major.
Please join me in the invocation. Most gracious and high God, we come before you today thanking you for the opportunity to celebrate this moment with our graduates. We thank you for those who have encouraged this class of graduates as they have faced various challenges to reach this moment in their lives that will propel them into the next chapters. We thank you for the faculty and staff members who have so richly poured pearls of knowledge and wisdom into each of their students, preparing them to face every new experience with confidence. We also give thanks for the friendships that have developed along the way, supporting each other through uncertainties, sharing laughs and memories they will talk about for years to come, and seeing each dream as it has become reality. Our prayer today is that these graduates never forget all the hearts and hands working together to support their efforts, that they continue to grow and flourish, blessing their community and their families through the work they will do through each career path they choose to walk in. In Jesus' name, amen.
Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets ran grand, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Land of
Please be seated. It is my privilege to welcome you on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration to the 86th commencement ceremony for Bossier Parish Community College. I am Dr. Holly French Hart, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Institutional Effectiveness. Today is a very special day for our graduates. It is a day commencing a new step, a new journey for our graduates as they celebrate the completion of their studies and we honor their achievement. BIPSI was established in 1967 with 101 students and a faculty of 5 full-time and 3 part-time instructors. The college celebrated its first graduates in 1980. At that time, we graduated 8 students, and the college had 3 associate degree programs. Today, Bossier Parish Community College has 97 credentials, including 30 associate degrees. Today is a wonderful day with the graduation of our spring 2022 graduating class. This spring, we have 518 students earning 673 credentials. Over these past few years, students have had to navigate through the effects of the pandemic, including transitioning to remote learning full-time while balancing school, work, and home life. We are so proud of our graduates who have overcome challenges, and today we celebrate their determination to fulfill their educational dreams. This is a time for everyone as a parent, a family member or friend, an educator, a business partner, and a member of the Bossier Parish Community College family to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of these graduates. We are proud of our students and for the future that awaits each and every one of them. Bossier Parish Community College is proud to be designated as a governor's military and veteran-friendly campus. And this spring, BIPSI was named a top 10 military-friendly school for 2022-2023, and for the 11th consecutive year, we were awarded the distinction of being a military-friendly school by Victory Media. At this time, I would like to recognize anyone in our audience or stage party who is an active member of the military, a retired member of the military, a veteran, or a member of a military family, present or past. Please stand. Today, we honor your service to our country. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party and special guests. Mrs. Karen Recchia, Vice Chancellor for Student Services. Dr. Jennifer Lawrence, Vice Chancellor for External Affairs and Chief of Staff. Carolyn Burrows, Dean of Science, Nursing, and Allied Health. Paul Spivey, Assistant Dean of Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Richard Cockerham, Registrar. Kathy Vircher, Dean of Enrollment Management. Dr. Rick Bateman, Jr., Chancellor. Dr. Wendy Palermo, Chief Education and Training Officer, Louisiana Community and Technical College System. Senator Beryl Peacock, District 37, Louisiana State Senate. Colonel Casey Cooley, Advisor to the Commander of Air Force Global Strike Command. Ms. Jennifer Igo, Assistant Professor, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Dr. Teresa Jones, Executive Director for Enrollment Management. Valoria Nans, Executive Director for Business Operations. Sharonda Michael, Associate Vice Chancellor of Instruction. Megan Bange, Associate Vice Chancellor of Academic Planning, Budgeting, and Resources. Adrian Crawford, Dean of Learning Resources. Dr. Ray Scott Crawford, Dean of Communication and Performing Arts. Vicki Dennis, Dean of Liberal Arts and Business. Melanie Lee, Faculty Senate President. And Christian James, 2022-2023 Student Government Association President. At this time, I would also like to recognize another important group of individuals, our faculty. Please rise.
It is my honor to introduce our commencement speaker this morning. Dr. Wendy Palermo currently serves as the Chief Education and Training Officer for the Louisiana Community and Technical College System, LCTCS. The LCTCS is comprised of 12 community and technical colleges serving a diverse student population seeking workforce development training, academic programs of study, and the high school equivalency. The LCTCS serves over 160,000 students and over 30,000 graduates annually. Dr. Palermo provides leadership to develop and maintain high-quality training programs of study that meet the needs of the state's existing and prospective employers, including the curriculum alignment between academic, workforce, and adult education units through to employment or transferability of graduates. Prior to LCTCS, she served as Dean of Nursing and Allied Health with Sewella Technical Community College, where she led a team spanning 3 campuses. Dr. Palermo and her team were responsible for the expansion of 4 additional programs in 3.5 years, achieving programmatic accreditation for the ASN and AAS programs. She is happily married to her college sweetheart, Kent, and they have 2 beautiful daughters. Please give a warm Bipsy welcome to Dr. Wendy Palermo.
Oh my goodness, I'm a nurse, so I'm among friends. Hello, Bossier Parish Community College. You know, Chancellor's is not part of the script, but I've always heard that Bossier Parish has the best graduations. And I gotta tell you, you're living up to your reputation. This has been a lot of fun. So, again, thank you, Chancellor Bateman, faculty, staff, family, and friends, and most importantly, you graduates. Thank you so much for the privilege it is really to stand before you. So you may not know this about me because that thing that he read didn't really say much, but I started with a 2-year associate degree in nursing back in the 1900s. That's what my daughter says. So you and I, we probably have a lot in common. I'm talking to you guys right here. You and I probably have a lot in common. You see, I grew up on the banks of the Ouachita River. Do you know where that is? All right, so we're good people. So my childhood home, Mom, sitting in the front row, can only be found through these old, windy, two-lane highways on, at the parish line of Caldwell Parish and Catahoula Parish. We just got cell service during the pandemic. So, I mean, I crossed a ferry every day to get back and forth to school, no joke. So I worked as a waitress, a babysitter, a ward clerk, a cashier. I can't think of anything else. I did a lot, didn't I? I mowed grass, whatever. And my claim to fame back home is you are looking at the 1994 Catahoula Parish free throw champion. I am in my house. So if you've not noticed, I have a pretty distinct accent. And if you don't hear it, you got one too. So, and if you haven't noticed, and I'm going to take, if I could take this hat off, but you ladies know what it's like once you put on a hat, you don't take it off, right? I have big, thick, curly hair, and in the 1900s, it was a lot bigger. So coupled with this accent, you couldn't miss me, even if I tried. So after college, I married that good-looking Sicilian with the last name Palermo, and he moved me to his hometown of Lake Charles, Louisiana. I'm behind enemy territory, folks. So you can't imagine the teasing that I took when I worked as a nurse in the emergency room, shift after shift. Remember, it's supposed to be 12 hours, but they're really 16 hours. If you don't know, it will be. You'll know. So this Southern accent was so thick that even if I answered the phone, emergency room Wendy, I didn't have to say my name, right? They knew who it was on the other end. So I stuck out like a sore thumb is what I'm trying to tell you. So fast forward, I'm not going to bore you with the things that I had to do, but I got a few promotions and I got a total of 4 degrees. Y'all, my mom is having to endure another graduation ceremony. God love her. So the very things that made me self-conscious, my hair and my accent, added to my uniqueness. I realized really a little too late to embrace the very thing that made me stand out. So later I became a dean at Sewella Technical Community College, and so my job was to grow, right? I wanted to start an RN program. I won't bore you. So I would go out into the community and I'd give out my card like crazy. If I went through the drive-thru at McDonald's and you smiled at me and were nice, I was like, you can make a great nurse. Right? Just a smile. I didn't care, right? Because where did I work growing up? Gas station. I did it all. It didn't matter. So I would tell them, my last name can be difficult to remember, Palermo. You won't remember it. But if I told you to ask for Wendy, the lady with the big, thick, curly black hair with a strong Southern accent, would you remember that? You better believe you would, because it worked. I had people, students, parents, they would land in random buildings on a college campus and they'd say, I'm looking for a lady named Wendy. She's got black curly hair and a Southern accent. We went from the smallest division at Sewella, you remember, Dr. Bateman, to the largest division. I had a personal brand, and it took me too long. Don't make that mistake. Lesson number 1, embrace your uniqueness. All right, so when you're at work, those around you should be able to see your uniqueness, but they also need to sense your determination to get the job done. Remember earlier when I shared that I played basketball? I'm just going to keep saying it over and over. I played basketball and I'm in a gym. I'm so happy. Now, I'm 5'4" on a good day. I wear heels every day. I'm short. Now, I'm not your typical power player that you probably think of when you think of a basketball player. I'm not tall, but what am I, you think, those of you who play ball? I'm fast. I was fast. Y'all, I was fast. Laser focused, determined, little spitfire, right? That's what they would say. So the road to winning that trophy started the year before. I wanted that trophy. I skipped lunch, Mom. I skipped lunch every day. I'm so sorry you found out this way. I skipped lunch every day to practice before PE. I made no noise about it. I simply just walked past the cafeteria, walked into an empty gym, and began shooting baskets from the free throw line. Now, anybody here play basketball? Oh, you my people. When you're little and you're a guard, what are two things you have to be able to do when you play ball and you're my size? Shoot from the outside, and you got to be able to hit free throws. Look, some of you know. Why? Because y'all going to foul me, you tall people. I'm going in. You're going to foul me? And I remember coaches used to yell at their team, don't foul her. Because when you did, the coach and I would just look at each other. I'm just pretend you're my coach, and we just nod. Because they're going in. Right, so we're going to put some numbers up on the board. So anyways, my teammates eventually saw that quiet determination, and there would be a little small crowd that would form. And anyway, that determination paid off, and I brought that trophy home. Now, that's a simple story that's just silly, right? There's a lot of life lesson in that. First of all, my husband likes to introduce me to new people. Now, I was in the 1900s. We're at 22 years in the 21st century. It was a long time ago. It's not funny anymore. But he does like to tease me about it. You may know my wife. She's the 1994 Caterpillar Parish free throw champion. It's embarrassing. But what he doesn't really know is I lost that tournament 2 years in a row. But I didn't give up, right? I just quietly said, I'm going to go back like any guard does. You get kicked in the nose, and you go back to the free throw line, and you try to make the shot. So lesson number 2, failure. It's going to happen. Don't cry about it. Just don't give up. That trophy belongs to you. Y'all, I still know where that trophy is. Now, these are funny stories about me, but I can only imagine what your story is. What did you have to endure? How much work did you have to do in order to get where you are today? I suspect you were hit in ways I will never understand. What did you have to overcome? As Dr. Bateman mentioned, I was a nursing faculty, and I still teach, believe it or not, as if I got time. I still teach because I love it. I love students. I love watching you guys succeed. But I asked a graduate who I was just amazed by, you know that student who just seems to get it done. I said, tell me your story. And she laughed and said that her greatest dream was to go to college, but she never believed that it was in the cards for her. She was told that as a child. It's just not something that's in the cards for you. So later she got married, and her husband came home early from work one day, and he told her to get dressed. He was taking her to a real nice place. Guess where he took her? To college. She said she refused to get out of the car for 30 minutes. And he finally coaxed her out of the car, and she came in, and she said she never looked back. So be unique. Failure's going to happen. Don't give up. And fear is something to be conquered. The next lesson comes from 2 nursing students. Y'all are so funny, nursing students, aren't you? A young lady entered my office mad as a wet hen. She demanded that she wanted me to tell her that she was going to fail my class. I'm going to say that again. She came to my office and said, I want you to tell me that I'm going to fail your class. So I said, okay. So I pulled up her grades, and I said that, hey, it looks like you're passing. And based on your clinical judgment, and I'm looking at her test scores, I said, I think you're going to be just fine. Have y'all heard that before? You go into a faculty's office, and the sky's falling. They look at you, it's going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Okay, when you are, you're here. You're fine. And I said, she says, well, I still need you to tell me that because I succeed by proving people wrong. That's how she was motivated. I said, even if I think you're going to pass my course, you're nodding your head, that's true. There's others of you. Look at you. Okay. So I thought it was weird, but I looked at her. I calmly walked around my desk, and I sat on the corner, and I just looked at her, and she was near tears. She was downward stared, and she was scared. So I calmly called her by her name, and I softly said, I'm about to say some words that I do not mean. And she said, okay. And I said, you are not going to pass my class. She stood up immediately and said, yes, I am. And I said, well, do it then. Y'all, she finished. She graduated. She's a nurse and a teacher today. Do whatever it takes to motivate yourself. I'm going to try not to cry. The second nurse is in the audience today. She is my special guest. She was raised in Mexico, came here with nothing, but she wanted to be a nurse. Y'all, she had to learn and read and write in another language. I can barely speak English. Y'all have heard me up here. She said that when she went to college that they originally said no because your transcript was in Spanish, remember? She graduated high school and anyway, we're not going to bore you with the details, but she said, okay. She just kept going. Y'all, after she graduated, I remember that little frame house we lived in. Remember it? She moved us a couple months later. Big brick house we grew up in. Education made a difference. Not in just her life, my life. The other 3 kids she has, we won't talk about them. No, they're brilliant. They get on my nerves. But not only her life and my dad's life, my siblings' life, but the lives of my children and their children. It's generational. We're living proof of that. So, the example of hard work, determination, and just good old grit, Mom, made me into the person I am today. So thank you for that. So lesson number 4, have grit. Intelligence is okay, but you got to have a little grit, right? And that makes you unstoppable. So don't stop. So never underestimate the power of education. Goodness knows no one could have ever predicted the future of the young girl who grew up on the banks of the Washita River with black curly hair and a strong Southern accent. With education that you received at Bossier Parish Community College, the famous author, Dr. Seuss, leaps to my mind. Oh, the places you will go. You have no idea where you'll wind up in 25 years from now. Also, final words. To the children, to the family, to the friends, these graduates could not have done this without your help. I still drag my mother everywhere. Look at me. They stand on your shoulders today. You stood behind their unique gifts. You encouraged them to continue even though they may have felt it was an impossible task. When they called you crying because they didn't think they did well on that test and you said, you're fine. They hit their goal and you were their loudest cheerleader. They may not be done yet. Maybe they're like me. And I cannot wait to see all the places you and your family will go. I didn't write this down, but my mother used to say this all the time. Yo no vengo a pesi puedo, sino porque puedo vengo. And it means I did not come to see if I could, but because I know I can, I came. It's been a pleasure to stand before you today, and I welcome you, graduates and family members. Share your story just like I share mine, because you never know. It may encourage someone to reach for higher education here at Bossier Parish. Thank you, guys.
Dr. Palermo, thank you so very much. You said you didn't want to cry, but you made a few of us tear up a little bit. So very appreciative of you sharing your personal story and bringing your mother with you today to celebrate with us. Can we give Dr. Palermo one more round of applause? The associate degrees and the academic certificates will now be conferred. Dr. Holly French-Hart, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Institutional Effectiveness, and the academic deans will present the candidates for degrees and certificates. Mr. Richard Cockerham, College Registrar, will award the degrees and certificates assisted by Mrs. Kathy Vircher, our Dean of Enrollment Management.
Will the candidates for graduation please rise? Chancellor Bateman, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for academic certificates and associate degrees by successfully completing curricula offered by the divisions of Bossier Parish Community College, and I am pleased to recommend to you, with the confirmation of the faculty and the academic deans, that they be awarded their academic certificates and associate degrees, as is in each case appropriate, in recognition of their academic accomplishments. I am honored to recommend that they be granted their academic certificates and associate degrees symbolic of their academic achievements.
Upon your recommendation and by the authority vested in me by the Louisiana Community and Technical College Board of Supervisors, I do hereby award you the academic certificates and associate degrees as indicated.
Symbolic of your graduation, would you now move your tassels from the right to the left? Will the graduates on the first row please remain standing and all others be seated? For those seated, the marshals will indicate when you are to stand and move forward. Will those standing come forward and receive your degrees and certificates? I recognize the appropriate deans to present graduates in their respective divisions.
The Allied Health Program Directors will be awarding the Allied Health pins. They include Wendy McGee, ECG Telemetry Technician, Melissa Shepard, Phlebotomy and Laboratory Assistant, Denise Bossier, Emergency Medical Technician, Jeff Anderson, Paramedic, Erica Mullins, Medical Assistant, Shonda Miles, Medical Office Specialist, Al Smith, Surgical Technology, Bo Bevan, Fire Science, Jennifer Powell, Pharmacy Technician. They will be assisted by Shanta Spearman, Science, Nursing, and Allied Health Program Coordinator. For the CTC in ECG Telemetry Technician, Brianna Fielding. Kelly Lee. Jasmine Miller. Rachel Smith. Georgette White. Cassandra Wright. Jay Hill. Say your first name for me. Sasha? Sasha Stevens. Michael Taylor. Michael receives the CTC in Emergency Medical Technician. For the CTS in Phlebotomy, Dominique Ashton. Alicia Heflin. Ezra Kimbashti. She helped me. Ashley Mathis. Destiny Montgomery. Desiree Perry. Hannah Shirley. Tracy Smith. She also receives the laboratory assistant credential. Lazaria Stevenson. Julia Sullivan. She also receives the laboratory assistant credential. Courtney Thomas. Melissa Watkins. The technical diploma in medical office specialist. Bridget Peterson. Fallon Simpson. The technical diploma in medical assistant. Diala Neda. The Associate of Applied Science in Medical Assistant. Hannah Crawford. Kayla Smith. Crystal Wall. The Associate of Applied Science in Surgical Technology. Jonathan Bedsole. Y'all wait to see him dancing like that in surgery. Megan Shriver Hatcher. Jan Rice. Andrietta Taylor. Macy Taylor. Meredith Temple. Kiana Turner. The Certificate of Technical Studies in Paramedic. She can save your life. Tamara Jackson. The Associate of Applied Science in Paramedic. And so can he. Irving Barfield. the Associate of Applied Science and Pharmacy Technician. Letitia Coleman. Mallory Goodwin. Tasha. Okay. Tasha Pennywell. Schweigert. Shannon Schweigert. The Associate of Science in General Science. Brooklyn Brandon. Crystal Castro. Jaylyn Dennis. Sarah Dodd. Duque. Manuel Duque. Feeful. Angela Feeful. Kayla Gruber. Vakara? Yakara? Yakara Kingsby. Amber Mitchell. Latoya Perry. Isaac Smidley. Desmond Small. Is it Waiters or Waters? Waters. Jessica Waters. The Associate of Science in Nursing. Alisa Allen. Shelby Carroll. Caitlin Contreras. Alma Cooper. Jamie Cox. Anna DeYoung. Brittany Duke. Lisa Eddy. Macy Flores. Macy is a Bipsy Foundation Scholar. Heather Flowers. Heather is a Bipsy Foundation Scholar. Latasha Gates. Is it Geese? Geese. Okay. Mackenzie Geesey. Destiny Laney. Lavalli. Lacey Lavalli. Lacey is a Bibsy Foundation Scholar. Ashley Lee. Crystal Lee. Katanya Lanier Walker. Ashley Madden. Julia McGrew. Julia is a Bibsy Foundation Scholar. Alicia McKiffin. Hope Monroe. Macy Morgan. You turned it over there. Matthew Murphy. Zachary Murray. Jenny Old. Jenny is a Bibsy Foundation Scholar. Parrott. Madison Parrott. Teresa Peterson. Jared Pryor. Michael Roberts. Michael is a Bibsy Foundation Scholar. Crystal Sanders. Jessica Scott. Morgan Taylor. Morgan is a Bibsy Foundation Scholar. Samantha Teal. Megan Thompson. Megan is a Bibsy Foundation Scholar. Wetzlaw, okay. John Wetzlaw. Shu Young. Shu is a Bibsy Foundation Scholar. The Associate of Science, Louisiana Transfer, Biological Science. Destiny Woods. Destiny is a dual enrollment graduate of Ringgold High School. She's graduating from high school and earning her college degree today.
And now for the degrees and certificate programs for the Division of Technology, Engineering, and Math. With a CTC in computer repair, we have Sean Collar Lee Bell. David Allen Summers, Jr. With the CTC in Network Security, we have Chase William Robinson. Shamanika Janae Singleton. Mitchell Reed Vetcatter. With the CTC in Web Design, we have Jaden Rashad Toussaint. With the Applied Associates of Computer Information Systems, Jonathan Hunter Kaysen. Dominica Eugene. Justin Morgan Hines. Justin is a Bixby Foundation Scholar. Brett Matthew Musgrove. Now with an Applied Associates in Cyber Technology and a concentration in Network Security. Crystal Renee Brannon. Thomas Charles Place. With an Applied Associates in Cyber Technology and a concentration in Programmer Analyst. Brianna Renee Conley. Michael Kinney. With an Applied Associates in Systems Administration. Alex James Hoffman. William Cody Wilson. With a CTC in Advanced Welding Technology. Quincy Dugas. With a CTC in Engineering Graphics. Elliot Casey Power. Elliot is a Bipsy Foundation Scholar. With an Applied Associate's degree in Construction Technology and Management, Miguel Morales. Zachary James West. With an Applied Associates in Engineering, Industrial Engineering Technology, Gabriel Jose Capetillo. Joshua Aaron Marone. With an Applied Associates in Oil and Gas Technology, Jonte Birdsong. Joseph Douglas Hines. Patrick Scott Miller, and Patrick is a Bipsy Foundation Scholar. And with an Applied or an Associates in Science and Healthcare Management, Raquel Ingram.
Ladies and gentlemen, the spring 2022 graduating class of Bossier Parish Community College.
We're doing something a little special today. So special, I almost forgot to do it. For the past 10 years, Senator Beryl Peacock has served in the Louisiana State Senate, representing District 37, Shreveport, Bossier City. During his tenure, he has served on various committees, all dedicated to making a better Louisiana. Senator Peacock has worked to create and fund an educational system that provides the necessary tools for a productive workforce and productive lives. He and his wife Melanie are the proud parents of 3 sons, Russell, William, and Henry. He is a native of Shreveport, a partner at a local real estate investment firm, and an advocate for higher education in the state Senate. To be clear, Bossier Parish Community College has known no greater friend in Baton Rouge over the last 10 years than Senator Peacock. He's been present at nearly all of our commencement ceremonies since he assumed office in 2012. We are again honored to have him with us today. We appreciate Senator Peacock's support of our mission for educational access and achievement, and to express our appreciation, sir, for your hard work and for your service and your steadfast support to Bossier Parish Community College, we'd love to present you with this plaque as token of our appreciation.
Each year, we ask a faculty member to address our graduates and provide some closing remarks at the end of our ceremony. This year, we are very proud to have Mrs. Jennifer Igo, Assistant Professor of Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, here to speak to you, our graduates. Assistant Professor Igo earned both her Bachelor of Science and her Master's of Education at LSUS. She has been teaching for a total of 14 years, 6 years at Houghton High Schools and 8 years at BIPSI. The things that she enjoys most about teaching is getting to know people and making math understandable for those that say they can't do math. When she's not teaching or grading papers, she spends most of her time doing activities and volunteering at her church, where she sings in the praise team ensemble, teaches Bible drill, and leads K-Motion. Mrs. Igo says, each semester, my goal is to make a difference in the life of at least one student. She has certainly accomplished that goal during her time here at BIPSI. Technology, Engineering, and Math Assistant Dean Paul Spivey says, Ms. Igo is innovative as an instructor in the classroom and makes the extra effort to help students understand concepts when they may not understand it the first time around. Most importantly, she cares about her students and wants them to succeed. Please welcome me and join me in welcoming Assistant Professor Jennifer Igo.
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here and to congratulate all of you on your accomplishment. First of all, I would like to say that it's an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity to give the closing remarks to the spring graduating class of 2022 on behalf of the faculty here at BIPC. You should all be extremely proud of your accomplishment. During your next phase of life, whether it be starting a career, advancing in a current career, furthering your education, or whatever path life takes you down, there are a few lessons that I hope that you'll take with you from your time here at BIPC. One of those lessons I would like to illustrate by giving you a little short story. There was a man that was in an elephant camp, and so he was walking around this elephant camp, and he noticed that these elephants weren't being held back by cages or by chains. The only thing that was holding these elephants back from escaping was a small little rope that was tied to one of their legs. As the man studied the elephants, he was completely confused as to why they didn't break the rope and escape the camp. They could have easily done so. He was curious, and so he asked one of the trainers why the elephants didn't try to break the rope and escape the camp. The trainer replied, "When the elephants were very young, we used the same rope to bind the elephants. At that time, the rope was enough to hold them. As they grew up, they were conditioned to believe that they couldn't break away. They believed that the rope could still hold them, and so they didn't even try to break free. The only reason that the elephants weren't breaking free and escaping from the camp was that over time they had adopted the belief that it just wasn't possible." You may have begun your career or your time here at BIPC with people around you telling you that it just wasn't possible. Maybe you even had a little voice in the back of your mind that told you those same words, but you overcame, you accomplished it, you did it. I hope that as you move forward in life, that you'll always remember that. I hope that this is not the last accomplishment that you set out to achieve, and as you move forward in life, always continue with the belief that what you want to achieve is possible. Believing that you can become successful is the most important step in actually achieving it. As you move forward to your next phase in life, I'd like to speak on behalf of the faculty in saying, update us. We consider your success our success. We've spent the last several semesters equipping you with the tools needed to be successful, and we'd love to hear from you. We wish you all the best. Congratulations.
On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration, I would like to thank you for your attendance at today's graduation ceremony. Will the audience please remain seated for the recessional? And will the graduates, stage party, and faculty please rise?